slam.
Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today we are going to be talking about the Roces because it's an Italian brand. Roces, Fifth Element Aquamarine. The Aquamarine is the Ilia Savosin Pro model. It's the first aggressive skate Pro model from Ilia. It's actually the first time that I skate the Ilia Savosin Pro model because the skate is not even out yet. It's about to come out very soon. But I was lucky enough to have Roces sending me these. Now that does not mean that I'm only going to say good things about that. It's not the first time that I have skated a Fifth Element skate. Skate the Fifth Element like the last edition. I'm just going to call this the last edition because the Fifth Element was a skate that was very common in the late 90s, even early 2000s. Roces had a couple of models similar to the Fifth Element. And the Fifth Element is basically a plastic shell skate with a dual density. Can I call it dual density? It's basically they have two different types of plastic where the lighter plastic that you see here, this lighter green, is softer and the darker green is harder. So this is what the Fifth Element is. You may be thinking, yeah, but they also have another skate called the M12. Yes, Roces has the M12 and the Fifth Element. They fit completely different. This is a size 42 and I'm usually a size European 43 in almost all my skates. I'm in fact a size 42.5, but most of the skates that I buy nowadays are a 43. This one is a 42 and that's what Roces say that someone with my foot size should be using. The reason for that is because Roces wanted to make a skate that fits on the wider feet, and the Roces M12, it's the exact opposite of it. The Roces M12, it's actually a very slim boot and not everyone can fit it, while on this is much wider, sometimes even too wide for some people. So be aware of that. I'm going to start by talking about the wheels. And the first thing that I'm going to say is it's not the first time that I feel this, but I'm also not the lightest skater out there. But when I skate these wheels, these are 60 millimeters 92A and they have a flat top, which I really love the profile of these wheels. But when I skate them anti-rocker, like with smaller wheels in the middle, and I use two wheels on each skate, they feel a bit slow to me. But that's obviously with me. Probably it's not going to feel as slow to everyone else. To me, they feel a bit slow, maybe because I'm a bit too heavy. I need to start a diet, I guess. Then you should also know that this frame will allow you to skate 4 of these, so that could be a good option. But I actually think that I'm going to change the frame. Not because I don't like this frame, but because there are frames out there that I like more. And I'm thinking of using these skates mainly for more technical tricks, like if I'm going to be skating like a curb or a rail, something like that. I think I prefer these skates for that type of skating when I'm trying torques. I always say the same. If I want to do torques, I can do torques with a certain type of skate. I can skate a ball with another type of skate. But that's obviously me, and not everyone is going to think or feel the same. Other than that, the sole plate. The sole plate is something that I really enjoy about this skate. And I was speaking with someone the other day. Because if you know of the Valo skate, like a sub-brand that Roces had in the past, that had a sole plate that was similar, or if not the same as these. And they use this sole plate in a boot like the M12. And I've seen that Niels Janssen has been skating that sometimes. They call it like a hybrid setup. I really like it. I really like that idea because this sole plate, it just feels so good. It's such a fast sole plate. It works very good for backslides. It works very good for torques. It is a bit heavy. It makes the skate a bit heavy, but at the end of the day, I usually do not complain about how heavy the skates feel or not. The Roces Fifth Element feels a bit heavier, especially if you come from the M12 or from a skate like something similar to the M12 or even something similar to the USDA, and these ones are much heavier, so important to know that. Now, about the boot, how they fit and how they feel, they do feel much wider. Again, this is a size 42, but it feels more like a 42.5 to 43 lengthwise, but widthwise, I don't feel like the boot is too long. I feel like I can use this boot just like a regular 43 would fit, if that makes sense to you. I don't know if it does make sense to you, but to me, that's exactly how I feel. I like the liner that they got here. Of course, Roces has a liner called the RL1 liner that they made specifically for their skates, like their premium liner. And I like their liner better on these skates than the stock one. But the stock one works quite good. It's just a bit thicker, so when I put my foot, it feels like it's much more snug with these boots. I like what they did with this. It reminds me of the old Ollie short skate, but because Ilia Savosin is kind of a freak when it comes to skating, he got his freak look into the into the Ollie short look, so I really like it. I think it's just different in my opinion, but it does feel comfortable. There's a pretty thick, I would say, like, I don't know, this is about 8 centimeter thick insole. The insole has a little bit of support here for the heel, but it's mostly soft. When I choose my favorite insoles, I usually say that I like something that it's usually hard, but it has like a heel cup that it's really supportive for my heel. I don't know of any skate on the market that comes with an insole like that. I usually like to use those Superfit, the carbon insoles, but for a stock insole, I think it's amazing. It does feel super comfortable. Underneath the liner, just simple. There's no extra fancy stuff like silicone dots or anything grippier here, but it works well. I don't feel like my liner is sliding inside or anything like that. Cool that it has, you see this black part here, that's neoprene. So if you would think that it's too small from the insole, well, you should know that this neoprene is obviously expandable. So when you put your feet, you will not feel pressure from the liner, which is quite good. It's like an expandable liner, but they still call it just A42. So other brands that do these, they do the neoprene toe, and then they would be like 42, 43 or 43, 44. Roces does it 42 with still expandable toe, which is cool. What else? I've done 2 reviews, I think, right now about the Fifth Element. There's not a lot new that I can say about this skate. What I can tell you is right now we're about to get into spring in Europe. It's still a bit cold. And what I feel about this skate is, it might seem weird, it kind of feels to me more like a seasonal skate. When I skate it in the winter, it feels a bit more supportive. Obviously in the summer, especially we live in Portugal, it's quite hot in here, and the skate feels less supportive, feels like I can flex it a lot more. I don't really see it as a problem as long as I got the right liner. So something like the stock liner or the RL liner, or even if you want to use the Intuition, because I know a lot of people like the Intuition. I would use the Intuition with the thick cuff. If you have a V2 with the thick cuff, it works okay with this. Maybe check it if you have the opportunity to try it before just going all in. It might makes sense, because at the end of the day, it's a very particular fit that you have on this skate. It's wider, the skate will give you a more flexier feel, which is awesome for technical skating. Now, if you are someone that really wants to skate fast balls and transitions and stuff like that, it's not my favorite skate for that. It just feels like I can bend my skate a bit too much. And for that, I would prefer, if you want to stay on Roces, I would prefer the M12. But that's obviously my opinion. There's people out there that would probably like it. Now, something that I cannot stop talking about when I talk about the Roces skates is this, right here. The memory buckle. You just put it in, boom. You got the skates new, you choose how wide you want to use them, and from that moment, your skate is going to feel the same every time. And this is something that I really, really love, and I actually wish that Roces would allow other brands to use it. I like it, I really do. What do I like the most about this skate? Well, I cannot say that it's not the color. The color of this skate just looks insane. If it looks insane there, when you put it from the top, it just looks so different from everything. I love it. Now, I don't know if I could skate these forever for the rest of my life, but I do know that right now when I put them on, it feels good. I like how the footage looks when I put them on. Yeah, and I guess that's about it. So now, would I advise these skates? Yes. And to who? Well, all those people getting back into skating, they will love this. This thing just slides in every single position that you can imagine. You don't feel like your foot is super tight here or super tight there. It feels extremely comfortable. Would I not advise it to someone? If you have a super, super slim foot, or if you want your skates to fit super narrow, well, this might not be the skate for you. But even for those people, if you have the possibility to go to a skate shop and try it, I would advise that, especially if you have a narrow foot. Now, if you have a wide foot, don't worry, you're safe here. Performance-wise, yes, completely. If you're going to be using it for balls, just be aware, because the soles are a bit wide and they're a bit like flexy, but they work amazing. So yeah, that is it. Roces Ilia Savosin. The Aquamarine looks awesome, feels awesome. If you want to get it, maybe check your local skate shop. If you don't have a local skate shop, you can check my shop, the wheeladdict.shop. We also have them. We have it in very limited numbers, so check our shop, check addonskate.com. They might also have it, and they support what I do with this channel. Now, last week I had someone painting here. As you can see in the back, there's a couple of draws, and that's one of the reasons why I'm filming here and not inside, because the studio is a bit of a mess. My body is a bit of a mess because I had a couple of falls over the past couple of weeks. During the time that I've been with a lot more people, I had a couple of people also saying that, yeah, you know, when you do your reviews, it kind of feels like you only talk about the good things. It's actually not true. What usually happens is that, especially if I'm bringing a skate from a skate brand, if there's something that I don't enjoy, I usually put it out there. But if the whole product doesn't work for me, or if I don't like the product, or if I think the product is not good, I'm simply not going to put a review out there that can put that brand in a very bad place. It's an option, and I could obviously just put that review out there and be bad for the brand, but that's not what I want to do. At the end of the day, my goal here is to promote skating, and if the product is not good, yeah, I may tell the brand, look, I'm not going to make a review of your product because I really don't feel like it's a good product for me, but yeah, I'm doing a review of this, so now you know. It's healthy for your feet. It's kind of healthy for your wallet too. This one costs 279 euros, and there's skates out there costing double, so yeah, you're safe with this. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I have a couple more videos coming soon. I also have a couple of people from all over the world visiting. We are about to announce a little project that we started here at the Wheel Addict headquarters. You might have seen it on Instagram, but that's going to be on a video soon. With that being said, if you enjoyed, don't forget to give me a thumbs up too. And don't forget why we all started skating. And that is because it's fun. Now, cheers and see you soon. Let me see if I can backflip with this. You're safe.